Hello everybody, we are Neurostatic local band here in Greenfield. I am Cody Kelly, the singer and rhythm guitar, here with our lead guitarist,
Sullivan Graham.
and our drummer.
Cade Hinton.
How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Pretty good.
Good drive out here from Eastern Hancock. Alright, well I'll start us off by talking about how we met. We met at this program called Rock Academy, which is a 6-week program where people around Hancock County, they make bands, and then at the end of the 6 weeks they practice one time a week, and at the end of the 6 weeks they play a show. For most people it's that one show and they don't really do anything after it.
Yeah.
But I think from the start we kind of knew that we were looking for something more than just this one show.
Yeah.
And obviously we've been practicing and doing more than just this one show so far. But the first thing that Sullivan ever told me in that room when we were meeting people, do you remember that?
Yeah, I complimented your hair.
And that's how we started talking. It was a room full of like a bunch of random people. We had no idea who anybody was at the music center in Greenfield. And he said that he liked my hair. And then we started talking about our music taste and everything and what we wanted out of this band. And yeah, here we are. It was not easy to get to where we are though. We had a bunch of disagreements at first.
Mm-hmm.
I know you had kind of a different taste in music,
Yeah,
right?
we wanted was to be more metal because Cade and I, we've been playing together, just us two, for over a year, and we've been looking for more people and really struggling because Eastern Hancock is such a small school. And then here comes Cody. He says he can play guitar and sing, and I'm like, all right, come on. But like, he's not really a metal writer, which we've come to agreements. We had some arguments in the beginning because it was kind of like we wanted to be metal. He just wanted to stay like rock, kind of punk-ish. Mm-hmm. But now we've really made that a compromise to it.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like metal and rock, but it also has like meaningful lyrics. I think I know we all have came to agree on what we have going so far, but
I think just to keep the description short, we can call it like alternative rock.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. We do have some pretty heavy stuff though, I think, in certain parts. But we'll talk about a little bit of our strategy, how to grow. So our plan right now is to continue to play live shows and grow our Instagram before we release any kind of music. And once we have a good fan base on Instagram, like we get that followers number up, we'll make a bunch of posts once our music is out. And hopefully those followers on Instagram will go listen to our music rather than just releasing stuff and then having no type of fan base, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've already grown quite a bit of like a presence for ourselves already, like physically. And how many followers do we got on Instagram? Like 300 something?
On our Instagram, we have 343 right now, and we started the Instagram 3 months ago. So I think that's pretty good growth. We've done a pretty good job of that. And we can talk a little bit about our like weekly practice schedule. So up until Rock Academy, we practiced in the studio at the Greenfield Music Center once a week. First of all, let's talk about those first couple practices that were like really awkward when we didn't really know each other. That was something that was...
Because like really, you were the one that just showed everybody the couple of riffs you had back then. And then we just stuck with that one first riff that was in drop D, and that's what became Better Off Now.
Yeah, there's a lot that could have gone wrong. You know, like the arguments, the first practices that were just really awkward when we didn't know each other, but eventually we just started kind of talking and not focusing so much on music, but we just like kind of got to know each other.
It's coming back.
What?
The Cup situation.
Okay. I had no idea that's what he
Is that our band name now, the Cubs? Right, I gotta stop recording now.
Okay.
See this girl back here? She definitely wants me. And became more of friends than bandmates, which
Yeah, I think
made it less awkward.
I think what we've realized is like instead of trying to take control, it's kind of a weird thing to say because like we don't want to admit that we want it to be our way. But I mean, really, that's how we want it to be.
Yeah.
But we've just we've gone down to like just let each person do their own thing, and that's really worked a lot better.
I do like it. Like, so basically I'll come up with a rhythm part and lyrics, and then before I finish the whole part, I show them half of it first to know if they're into it. once I finish the whole rhythm part and lyrics, I just let them do their own thing. Like, I know you're a very good drummer. I know you're a very good lead guitarist, especially on the solos and stuff. Like, I just let you guys do your own thing over that, and I think that's worked out a lot better.
Yeah.
Every Saturday is when we practice. So far during school, we have practice schedules. Like in the Notes app, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4. We usually warm up with our song called "Better Off Now," and then "They're the Reason," and then any other songs that we need to work on, we just kind of go through. And before we have a show, the night before, we'll always just go over that, just a rehearsal, just our set list. So we have one coming up Friday at this place called The Landing, 18W South Street. If you want to come out and see that, that'd be great. Let's talk about our first show that we had at Rick's Theater. What did you guys think of that?
Thought it went
A lot better than we thought it would.
Yeah, we for our song what was then we'd called it Regrets,
Yeah.
but now we called it They're the Reason. We only had 1 day to work on that because only last week or so, Brad, he's the guy who put the whole thing together. He told us that we can do 3 songs because every other band could do 2 songs. But one of the other bands only did 1 song because it was super hard for them. So he said that we could do 3 songs, and I had already just barely started writing this 1 song, and then so I introduced it to you guys, and we only had 1 day to work on it. And so at the show, it was pretty rough, but we got it down now.
Yeah, it was definitely rough, but at the same time, nobody else knew our
Yeah.
music.
Exactly.
So it sounded fine. They all went along with it, even though we knew it was completely
Yeah.
off. But it still sounded good and everything. But our first song, whenever we first started this, I wasn't sure how serious I was about a band, but whenever I got on stage and felt that energy, I was like, I need more of this. Like, I want to do this again. Hearing the crowd yell.
What's up, Greenfield? Let's hear it! It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Go ready for this next part. So we better turn it down for this next solo. Here we go.
Hearing the crowd yell, singing, like just being in that atmosphere.
I
just
remember
best.
that very first practice when like you started playing.
Better Off Now?
I think so. Maybe it was that one riff that we kind of forgot about.
Yeah.
But you started playing that, and then Cade kicked in, and then I hit some leads on it, and like you
The
just
first
lit
time?
up, dude. Like
Yeah,
you loved
yeah.
it, cause like you'd never had a band before.
Yeah, I remember being in that studio for the first time with you guys, and I was like, this is awesome. Like, I
Yeah.
haven't ever played with anybody, and it was just seriously like one of the best feelings ever. But I think we're really lucky to be where we are now.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
There could have been a lot of other outcomes that could have been a lot worse. Maybe a few that could have been better, but like we're content with where we are now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the arguments and whatever, but that's why a lot of bands split up, is just stupid
Yeah.
disagreements
Yeah.
and stuff. And we had a really serious talk about it, like, because we knew we had disagreements, and we all just agreed that if we have any kind of disagreements, we're going to talk to each other about it and not talk behind our backs. Like, if we
Right.
have a problem, just say straight up, because we know we want to do something.
Yeah, we
here.
can get it fixed if like people know about it.
Yeah. Moving aside from music a little bit, I want to ask you guys, what do y'all like to do outside of music? What are some things y'all are interested in, like work, hobbies, stuff like that?
Well, you know, I like to skateboard.
I do know that.
Yeah, we do that together every once in a while.
know you work on a farm.
Work on a farm, yeah.
Yeah, I like to do. I play baseball for the team here, soccer. I played last year. The soccer season's over. I also have a job, but I have like no time to work there now because of baseball and stuff. But what about you, Sully? Do you have? I actually don't even know this. I genuinely don't know.
I play football, but
I didn't know that. Yeah.
this coming season is going to be my second year ever playing. I just decided to play my freshman year because I was like, I don't really do anything else, and like football's a pretty big commitment, but like I only got 4 years left. I got to make the most of them. I feel like sometimes we forget that like we're only high schoolers, so like loads of people are like in their 30s and still figuring
and just
stuff
trying to
out.
start out bands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I do see a lot. I do see a lot of stuff like that. I see on stage. I see a bunch of usually like 25 to 30-year-old people that are just now getting into stuff. So I mean, if we keep working together with how young we are, I think we can do a little something.
Yeah.
Especially here locally. I was talking to my radio and TV teacher. It was either Mr. Holtzclaw or Mr. Hudson. He was talking about once we get our songs out, we could get them on the local channel, 89.7 WRDF. So, I mean, Greenfield is just such a underrated, good place to start a band. You know, it's a small town where you can grow somewhat of a fan base, and obviously so far it's going
and do it pretty
well.
quick too.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities out here.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, if you started in some place like Nashville, which is a pretty popular place for music, even though it's like super popular for music, like it's so huge. Like you're gonna have to spread across the entire town. We have much less of a town to spread across, which is, if anything, better.
Yeah, we're kind of I can't imagine being in some place like big like Los Angeles or Austin or something like where there's so many bands just trying to make it. But here you can put up flyers and you can see like how what people think of your music. They can come up to you and talk to you personally, especially that we're still in school. Still being in school gives us an opportunity to just grow a fan base. I know a lot of people at the school have been asking about our shows and what our band is, which is really cool. I mean, we've had people that, or I at least have had people that I don't really even know in school and come up to us and be like, hey, I saw this flyer, are you the guy in that? Like, can I get some information on that and stuff? So it's like, it's just really cool to see. Like, it's not like I said, it's not like we just have music out there and there's nothing. Like, we have a very organized Instagram. On our highlights, like the little bubbles up here, we have updates. We have bloopers.
Oh shit, you good? I'm good.
We have like just us playing live. Playing live. Sometimes we'll post band pictures. So I do really like the idea of growing this fan base on Instagram before we have any music out there. Because I mean, if it's out there and just be like, hey, we have music, like, and then hopefully eventually we can start going. Hopefully we can start going town to town, like Newcastle, Lawrence, Indianapolis, shows like that eventually. That's the goal. But for now, it looks like it's just a bunch of shows around Greenfield, which I'm super happy about. I mean,
the depot's a big goal that we're thinking about.
The depot, that's gonna be cool.
I didn't even think about that. That'd be good.
The depot is this big outdoor venue with this like big long lawn. That's there's usually some pretty good crowds out there. It should be really fun.
That'd be a good opportunity.
Not exactly sure who to talk to. I'm sure we could talk to Brad. Brad is the guy who got us this upcoming show that we have, and he's the guy that got us into this last show that we played. So
he's unofficially our manager. We just like to call him that.
He's pretty much our manager. He's the guy who gets us shows and stuff. But it does look like that's all the time we have today. I got somebody telling us to wrap it up here. But I want to thank you guys for joining us. I want to thank the Greenfield Radio TV program for letting us be here today. This isn't like a typical thing. But also, one thing, y'all don't know who this is at all, but I want to thank my friend Ori, who's the guy who made me want to start taking music serious. Ori Tamayo, he lives in Texas, just my longtime buddy. But he's in a band called Course Band, so if you want to check that out, that'd be cool. And be sure to come see our show April 19th at 7 p.m. at The Landing or 18W South Street. We will see y'all there.